Askreddit Asks, Europeans who visited the US, what made you go WTF?
Everyone wanted me to have a great day. We do want you to have a great day. But when we ask how it was, we don't really want to hear about it.
OMG. As a Canadian who travel abroad, I always have to remind myself that the standards aren't the same and the people aren't trying to be rude.
Fuck them. You can have a crappy day if you want.
Free refills, my friend. Free refills.
Welcome home, son.
The ads in between TV shows felt unnecessarily long. And also repeated the same info, just worded differently.
Head on.
I've learned from this post that everyone who came to the US spent the entire time watching TV and at fast food spots.
Raccoons stealing our bread overnight while camping. The box was closed and we put weights on it. Yet these clever little trash pandas found a way in and out.
Never underestimate the thievery capabilities of animals born with natural bank robber masks. Thanks for the silver, fellow Redditor.
They are forever undercover.
Tax not included in the price tag. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? They print the price in a mass-produced manner. Yet each state has different taxes.
Perfect strangers asking me how I am doing.
Well, how are you doing? Question mark.
My favorite part of the Askreddit threads from Europeans is everyone asking why Americans constantly ask people how they are doing if they don't mean it. Unless the asker is a friend or family. The only acceptable answer is good. And you got fired? Good. And you hit by a car? Good. And you watched your family burn to death? How the fuck do you think I'm doing? Asshole.
Roadside billboards scattered along the interstates in the South. Billboard number 1. JESUS billboard number 2. Porn and booze. Next EXIT billboard number 3. Guns, guns, guns.
The size of everything. Still shocks me that driving from NYC to Cleveland, takes twice as much time as a trip across my country. Airport security is also overwhelming, and extremely boring.
I had a Swiss colleague who came to US for a 4-day visit. He thought he was going to drive from NYC to LA in a day. Bless his heart.
The political ads where they just smear the fuck out of the opposition. That other bloke, he touches kids and pisses on toilet seats. This ad is brought to you by the other politician. Blew my mind when I saw those.
Yeah, it just makes it look like everyone running for office is the scum of the earth and deserves to die. It's really a shitty way to try to win votes. So I'm voting to keep the pedo or the mass murderer out of office?
Portion sizes, vehicle sizes, road sizes, house sizes.
My coworker from Germany saw a pic of my house and asked how many families live there.
Vehicle sizes, goddamn, that one was the most jarring. I don't think I've ever seen a box truck outside the US. Even the vans are ginormous.
I gotta say, hearing the extreme stereotypical accents that you only hear on comedy shows, e.g. Jewish mother, unintelligible southerner, etc.
American here. I just got back from a trip to Ireland. It's amazing. We're both speaking English, but it's two entirely different languages.
Hey, we say the same about you. Unintelligible Scottish dude. The Pepe Le Pew French dude. The Spanish people with the lisp, etc.
The fact that we have never thought of a concept like Sonic, the drive-in place, blew my mind.
I think it's easier for us because we had a lot more space. A lot of our towns and cities came up after cars already existed. So there was plenty of room for parking lots and drive-in dining. Drive-in theaters are another perk we get.
I'd have to agree with this reasoning. I remember in German class learning how our cities were built with cars in mind. In Europe, for a lot of places, cars were invented later.
Prices without taxes, pro-life, pro-choices ad in the subway, lawyer ad everywhere, tornadoes! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark.
Standing outside and watching a tornado develop is the great tradition of Midwestern dads. Thanks for the silver. Kind strangers. In the words of my people, edit, politeness and plurality.
On the first day of our US road trip, we stopped for lunch at a roadside restaurant south of San Francisco. When we tried to pay, the waiter told us that another customer that just had left paid for our meals and wished us a nice trip. WTF. Who does that? So nice. Totally made my day and honestly the whole vacation.
I was going to count the number of American flags I saw on my 2 weeks in Florida. I gave up on the ride from Miami Airport to South Beach.
I was in New York for a little less than a week. It was my first, and so far only time in the USA. Since there's a stereotype about Americans religiously loving their flag, I thought it would be fun to count every American flag I saw. I gave up at 400.
Advertisements every few minutes on TV.
I live in America, and even I don't understand why people watch TV. Netflix doesn't give you ads and is way cheaper. Plus, even if it's not on Netflix, there's always those probably illegal Russian websites that upload the episodes like a week later. Closing parenthesis.
The original point of paying for cable TV was to get rid of ads. Now they're everywhere and people pay for streaming services. This is why some are scared that Netflix and others will ultimately sell out.
2 minutes later.
LA, the amount of homeless people. Straight up walking past an elderly woman living on the streets to get to the 7-Eleven.
Just one.
Same in San Francisco. I saw more homeless people angrily screaming at the pavement in a week there than the 4 years I lived in Paris.
Honestly, Walmart! Exclamation mark. Went there to buy a SIM card and some groceries. Also found out that I could also buy pet fish, car parts and shoes. All in one building? Exclamation mark. Also, while in the queue to the checkout, we were next up and they just decided to close the lane? We had to re-queue somewhere else.
I thought the gap in bathroom stall doors were a myth. Didn't get privacy for my 5-day stay. How do you shit when someone can look you in the eye? Exclamation mark.
I was blown away by the peaceful poops I had in Germany. Big wooden doors that close all the way. I had my own little private toilet booth. It was fantastic.
How do you shit when someone can look you in the eye? Exclamation mark. With pride.
I ate a blue Slurpee ice drink thing in a theme park and 3 hours later, I kid you not, I did a vibrantly blue shit. No food in Europe has ever contained an ingredient that made my shit come out blue. That made me go WTF. I was WTFing so hard that 11 years later I still remember that blue shit. Thanks America. Fond memories. Edit. I have master's degree in philosophy. I've seen and done some epic stuff in my world travels, and my most upvoted comment ever is about a blue shit I once took. FML. This universe is absurd. I'm going to bed now.
You can actually go to the ATM without leaving your car. Line for the drive-by is longer than in the coffee shop itself.
Drive-through. In the US, a drive-by is when you shoot at some people while driving by them in your car. Also, I hate drive-throughs here. It's almost always faster just to park and go inside. I've been in places where the line at the drive-through is out to the street, but there's not one person in line inside. Lol. Drive-through. Drive-bys are only available in Compton.
Portion sizes and adverts for drugs would be the big two. All the other differences would be either stuff you don't experience on holiday or within the kind of differences you'd expect from another country. But the meals were just unbelievably massive, and having people hawk serious medication to you through the TV was very jarring. Oh, and the number and duration of ad breaks as well. One night me and my dad were in some small town on our way to somewhere else. Decided to watch Silence of the Lambs on TV. The ad breaks towards the end were insane. Completely ruined the film. They managed to put one in the middle of the fucking finale. Remember the bit where Clarice finds the well? And then the lights go out? That's where they put an ad break. Fuck me sideways.
Portion sizes, extreme air conditioning, like fridge temperature inside, advertisement, seems to be everywhere possible, ads on how much you can sue people, honestly. WTF? Exclamation mark. Extreme patriotism, stars and stripes on every item you can think of, homeless people, especially in San Francisco.
I saw an advert on TV for some prescription meds, then the presenter started listing off all the side effects, including death. jaywalking and the lack of pavement, sidewalk on many roads. I found it so hard to just get from one place to another.
From what I understand, the private car industry lobbied to stop most public transit outside of major cities.
Worse, they bought them and dismantled them.
The one thing I wasn't expecting from the US is how polite 99% of the people I met were. Lots of thanks, good wishes and very friendly people.
Where did you visit?
Anytime I meet a foreigner visiting on vacation, I just want him to have a good time and enjoy the US. Houston and Orlando.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day, you amazing people.